We're in week 3. Stretch is almost done. Right now we're stacking EC, adjusting irrigation timing, and doing a defoliation before these plants go into bulk. This is the window most growers underestimate. I'll show you exactly what we're seeing, what we're adjusting, and what to watch in your own garden this week. Day 12. You can see these are really starting to stretch out, forming a lot of bud sites too. Nice tight stack. Big dry backs. No leaf besides the day 0, day 1 leaf has been taken off. These benches are all runts. It's first thing in the morning, so they're not praying or super happy yet. They're all still dry. They're gonna get a shot here soon. Still looking pretty happy. Some of these end plants get a little more light, not always as happy in the morning. This looks good for day 12. We'll let it hang out over the weekend. It's Friday. And then we're gonna come in here and we're gonna skirt some of this, a little bit of lowers, and pull some leaves in here. There's not a ton to skirt on the runts. You can see it's just not that branchy. But you want to take some of this small stuff out of your way. Crunch berries right here. This one always wakes up praying, perfect. Throws a very nice canopy always. This is definitely what we want to see at day 12. It's okay, the plants look a little stressed in the morning, they're dry. We want big dry backs, tight node stacks, the proper amount of stretch. You don't want to overstretch these things. This is gonna be perfect. They're gonna fall right up here, about another foot. Day 19, under canopy room. We pulled leaf earlier in the week. We didn't cut any nodes. We only leafed. Super boof. Runts. Nice stack. Almost at full height now. These will stretch a little bit more. Any leaf that needs to be pulled more, we're gonna come and grab at 28. It is a little thick in here. Usually they go a little harder, but this is our first under canopy room. It's our 3rd run. Still figuring out. But this is perfect. Nice walls. It's not too thick. The plants still have space. This is a very upright strain. So it looks like a wall, but everything still has space. Lots of leaves up top, good production. Everything's praying, far red effect. This is definitely gonna be a good run. Looking at a graph from week 3, this is roughly about day 14 or 15 to day 21. So you can see we're pushing big dry backs. Just P1 shots, anywhere from 4 to 5, anywhere from 8 to 12 minutes long, and then all day dry back. So P1 shots are coming 2 hours after lights on, and we're letting it dry back to the next morning. You can see we're hitting some really big dry backs, and it grows over the week, 40%, 49%, 42, 45. So starting water capacity is around 65. Ideally, we want to get these down to the 20s. That's the spot where roots are really busting and the plant's really drying out and really building a nice strong base. Keeping the plants wet or wetter in this stage may visually be appealing and the plants may look happier, but oftentimes you're stretching the plants a little bit too much and your node stack is not as tight anymore. So a big dry back will encourage a tight node stack and good internode spacing. EC is around a 4 right now. That's good. We're gonna do one more week of big dry backs from Sorry, we're not going to do another week of big drybacks. We're going to shift into bulk somewhere around 21. Some strains we wait till 25. But as long as we've stacked the EC up and set a nice foundation for the plants, this is a really good week 3 graph. From my agrotech graph, we use the agrotech to monitor the environment and control all the equipment like CO2, dehum, humidifier, fans, and light level. So we're looking at a very consistent graph here. You can see down low the averages. Average temperature 83.5, average humidity 72, average CO2 1176, VPD 1.1, leaf surface temperature 80. Nice flat lines, consistent, small spike at lights on. This is normal, not too intense. This one's getting up to 89. It's interesting. The next 2 days are totally a different story. 86. So for whatever reason, just got a little warmer that day. Not too concerned about it. The temperature will spike. You can turn your lights on slowly and use the sunrise effect. This can help with the light spikes, but as long as you're not spiking past 90 degrees, as long as it's not turning your high temperature shut off, that's all good. And, humidity levels at night, they're a little bouncy, but it's just a little different game than during the day. During the day, the lights are burning off a lot of humidity. At night, there's just tons of humidity to be dealt with via the dehums. So that's also a reason for heat spikes and dips, dehumidifiers turning on, pumping heat into the rooms. It's changing things. Similarly, after the first irrigation event, usually there's a spike in heat as well, because when the plants start to get irrigated, the dehums typically turn on and the heat goes up a little bit. But that's all just knowing your equipment, knowing your room, and what's normal and what's not.